After months of not being able to travel, we've finally been able to get back on the bank. Welcome to the Journeyman's Tales 2021. Well, after, I don't know, pushing 4 months of sitting around the house, twiddling my thumbs, I've finally been allowed to get in my van and drive more than 5 miles, which means I can get back up to my local syndicate. And strangely enough, I think I'm in the swim that I ended the session in, where I was talking about the start of the winter campaign. Well, that petered out into nothing, didn't it? We could fish in Wales, but you had to walk to a water. My nearest water is 7 miles away, so that meant no fishing for me. Certainly wasn't going to walk if it was 2 miles away, to be perfectly honest. And then the week before last we were allowed to drive 5 miles. Still didn't help. Eventually now we can drive anywhere in Wales, which means I can do the 50 miles now to my local syndicate. And I'd only been here sort of half an hour. I got the couple of the rods out. I didn't even set the bivvy up, I haven't got the cameras out or done anything really. And the rod nearest the island went off, and I had my first ghostie from here, just over 20 pounds. So that's a built-in welcome back and a built-in start of the session. We've got a fair temperature rise this week, so we've just gone through a very cold snap, but now we're talking about somewhere up to 20 degrees in the daytime, believe it or not. Mind you, there's a fair differential between the days and the nights. I think the nights are down to sort of 4 or 5 degrees. The rods are out. I've got 2 on the island on hinge stiff rigs, and I've got one, the left-hand rod in mid-water, and I'm going to put a little bit of bait over that. I'm not baiting the island. I'm just leaving that, see how we go for the moment. And we got 48, we're limited to 48 hours. So I've got 48 hours before I've got to shift off, and then a 5-day break before I'm allowed back. But I think by the time I get back on here, I think I'm going to be able to leave the country by the middle of April. I think Birch is opening up, which means Wales is opening up, which means I can get across to Fish the Guy Syndicate in Oxford. So it gives me a bit of an alternative, because I'm surprised that it hasn't been particularly busy here today. It has been busy in the past, but today it hasn't been too bad. There's quite a few swims open. Anyway, we're off to a good start, and we hope it's going to continue. And of course, when it does, I'll get back to you. In the meantime, I'll show the one I had earlier. Oh, got a special one here with the peck missing. So I've got, there we go. How about that? First trip back for months. I'm not organised, haven't done anything before I can get camp sorted, 3 rods out, or even the camera set up. We're away, and it's my first ghostie on here, just 20 pounds and a couple of ounces. Cracking start. All right, baby. There we go. I'm delighted with that. See if we can keep that going. Maybe a tad bigger. Good morning. Very quiet night, unfortunately, although there were a few fish topping gently around the island, but nothing's gone down on the bait. Got a drop in temperature last night, but fairly common for this time of year, where you've got sort of middle to high temperature during the day and then a drop down to low singles in the night. But the wind that was nice southwesterly when we arrived has now turned down to a more northerly, I think. Anyway, I haven't done anything to the baits this morning. I've left them out for a little while longer before I refresh them. But I'll just show you the rig for those of you who are interested. Good old-fashioned stiff hinge rig, and fish with a small TT pop-up, and that's the one that did it. But needless to say, the two mods on the island have got those on, but as I said, nothing as yet. So I'm sitting here having my second coffee of the day, looking for fish. Same rod, same bait. Virtually the same spot, because I'm not that good a caster. Don't know what the time is, but 10:30, 11, something. I'll just about strip off because it is warming up. Seriously, warming up. Going straight in them reeds now. Actually, it's a lot later than I thought. It's that was probably about 11:30, that fish. I think I'm on nuisance control at the moment, but there we are. You can only catch what's picking up your bait, can't you? That's another bite. Well, not a lot has happened since I had that baby coming. I don't know, it was about 11:45, something like that. Apart from the fact it's got ridiculously hot. In fact, I spoke to my son 4:30 this afternoon. It was hotter in my bivvy than it was in Dubai. And it's not doing me any good at all. I've been hiding in the bivvy trying to keep out the sun. But there are a few fish moving around on the surface. They've been sticking their heads out along the margin, but they haven't got down on the bait again. But they're now cruising around in mid-water, as in mid-distance really, not mid-water, mid-distance, and you can see them just topping every now and again. So I've put a zig out. Now I'm no zig angler, but needs must, as they say. But I'll bring it in after I've had my tea, and I baited a spot on the near side margin, just in case something comes cruising past tonight, because I've got to be off in the morning because I've done my 48 hours, which is probably just as well because this heat has wiped me out. Anyway, nice cup of coffee, good bit of something to eat. Steaming great run from a nice big kipper, and life will change immensely. Good morning. If the old light levels look a bit low, it is pretty early still. I've been up for about an hour and a half. Somebody wanted to drop a bucket in the swim. It was a relatively quiet night. I did get run about 11 o'clock, and I think I'm on kindergarten duty this trip. There was another one about, I don't know, £8 common. Now, when I was last here, I was talking about my winter campaign and using the ProBait UK TT bait. Well, all that's kind of got lost in the mists of COVID. But I did start this trip again using the little TT pop-ups. And these little gems are the ones that have done it on this trip. All three fish came to the little pink version of this. So I'm going to be using those again next time out, I think. Well, I'm going to start slowly packing away, as I said. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and if you can spread the word and try and get 1,000 subscribers up by the end of this year, I'll be well pleased. I can retire a happy man then. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all again soon. Cheers for now.